A financial plan is a comprehensive picture of your current finances, your financial goals, and the strategies you set to achieve those goals. Good financial planning should include details about your cash flow, savings, debts, investments, and any other elements of your financial life. Every plan has to start somewhere. What to do with each dollar that we get.
Let's talk now about what to do with the dollar, especially for teenagers and for kids. This is really important because this is one of the best places to start when you're like 15 years old. What difference does it make if a child has $1 when you ask what should he do with it? It's only a child and it's only $1. But see, here's where it all begins. Your financial journey begins with what you do with the first dollar. Here's the two challenges of life. Number one, the development of our full potential. That's challenge number one. Challenge number two is the wise use of all our resources. That sums up life in general. The development of all of our potential and the wise use of all our resources. One of our resources is time, and we talked about that. Now we're going to talk about the wise resource called money.
You're working on your dream. Things are going to happen that's going to catch you on the blind side. You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go. So you've got to be willing to stay focused, to be creative, to be relentless, because things are going to happen to you when you're working on your dream, when you get on track.
Here's the two challenges of life. Number one, the development of our full potential. That's challenge number one. Challenge number two is the wise use of all our resources. That sums up life in general. The development of all of our potential and the wise use of all our resources. One of our resources is time, and we talked about that. Now we're going to talk about the wise resource called money. And he asked me about my financial condition. He said, how much money have you saved and invested the last 6 years? And I said 0. He said, not a good number. Here's what I told him. If I had more money, I'd have a better plan. Now jot this down, because here's what he said. If you had a better plan, you would have more money. Next key phrase, it's not the amount that counts, it's the plan that counts. So let's start with something now as seemingly as small as $1. What should you do with it? Here's what we teach, teenagers especially. You should never spend more than 70 cents of each dollar you earn, or each dollar that comes your way by gift or by labor. Now, what do we do with the other 30? Here's some of the most important information. 10 cents is for charity, or for church, or whatever worthy projects you think you might engage in. Here's one of the best things to teach kids, generosity. Because first we're going to teach abundance, to provide more than you could use for yourself. The be fruitful philosophy that means to produce more than you need, so you have more than necessity. You have some to share.
Because as an immigrant, it is very important to give back, more so than on anyone. If you're born here, it's important to give back. But if you come here as an immigrant, it's twice as important to give something back. Because this country received you with open arms. This is the land of opportunity. This is, without any doubt, the greatest country in the world.
Now, the next 10 cents is called the use of capital. Let me give you now my definition of capital and capitalism. Capital is any value you set aside to be invested in an enterprise that brings value to the marketplace, hoping to make a profit. That's what capital and capitalism is. I can say it in one sentence.
See, here's what I'm looking at. What are the uses for your life right now that you haven't even reached for yet? See, I believe that when you don't have enough encouragement to act on your dreams or ideas, or you're not enlightened enough, that life will act on you.
If you set aside, and I suggest, part of your capital should be set aside for an enterprise to show a profit. So 10 cents to show a profit. Now here's the other 10 cents. It's 10 cents that you invest and let someone else use it. This is called active capital, where you actually engage in the enterprise that makes a profit. Now another 10 cents is for passive capital, where you let someone use this 10 cents out of every dollar. You put it in a bank that pays interest. They use it and they pay you for the use of this money. That's called passive capital. So we've got active capital and passive capital. Maybe you invest this in a stock eventually if you have enough money, and the stock pays you dividends.
We only have enough energy to take us to a certain level, but it's necessary that we assemble ourselves with other people who share our vision, other people that can see it for us, to give ourselves a home court advantage. So it's necessary that you seek out other people who think like you, who are growing, who have decided that they are not satisfied with where they are. See, I don't believe that necessity is the mother of invention. No, necessity, in my opinion, is not the mother of invention. Refusing to accept things the way that they are is the mother of invention. So you gotta make sure that you have people in your life that can see it for you, that will encourage you. Non-affirming relationships can hurt you.
So this is the little formula I come up with: 70, 10, 10, and 10. Now, when you first start, if you're an adult now, you may be in such bad shape financially that you couldn't do the 70, 10, 10, and 10. If you're in real bad shape, you may have to do the 97, 1, 1, and 1, because it may take this to pay your bills if you haven't had a good plan up until now. But jot this down now: it's not the amount that counts, it's the plan that counts. So let's say you were in such poor financial shape, you had to start 97, 1 for charity, 1%, another 1% for active capital, another 1% for passive. Now here's the key: to get these numbers starting up and get this number starting down. If you will actually do this, you can't believe how exciting it is to watch the numbers change.
This is why I try to tell you, anything and everything can be done if you can visualize it and if you believe in yourself. Let me tell you, you're going to find the naysayers in every turn that you make. Don't listen. Just visualize your goal, know exactly where you want to go. Trust yourself. Get out there and work like hell and break some of the rules, and never, ever be afraid of failure.
If you start to change, I'm telling you, these numbers will start to change. And the first thing you know, these numbers keep going up, 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 until finally you can get to the 70, 10, 10, and 10. Now, when you make a lot of money, these numbers all have to change again. You know, if you're making fortunes, you can't spend 70%. That would be obscene. I probably spend less than 10%. Now, here's two more keys on financial independence. Here's number one: keep strict accounts. Part of it is just for habit, and the other part is for self-esteem, and the other part is for future benefit. Keep strict accounts. It's just a good habit to have. Here's the next one: pay your taxes. I finally became a happy taxpayer. Here's what paying taxes does: feeds the goose that lays the golden eggs called American opportunity. You say, well, the goose eats too much. Probably true. But make the note: better a fat goose than no goose.
My whole life I wanted to come to America. I came over here with empty pockets, but full of dreams, full of desire. I had this fire in the belly, and I knew that the United States was where I could really succeed. The possibilities here are endless. I wanted to live the American dream because this is the land of opportunity.
As always, thanks for watching, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more motivational content.